5 years ago today, the author of one of the fan favorite shonen hits got its second anime introduced. It had great animation, it had a banger opening, it had other things. So upon its release, it had a lot of mixed opinions and mixed signals. But as the years went on, this anime actually became one of the cult favorites in shonen. It had the whole fandom on their knees begging for a season 3. When I was writing this video, the season 3 was not released yet, so I'm kind of big lit now, but I had to rewrite the whole script, which I'm not mad at. We got season 3, but you just had to do when I write the video. So guys and gals, strap in as we head back to 2019 to look back at Okubo's second huge hit, Fire Force. This might be my first YouTuber apology video because I don't know how I was so wrong about this series. To be fair, this show has some NBA-sized player shoes to fill. There's a big reason why the community glazes authors that can make multiple hit series. It's because 50% of the time you can't. So it makes sense why the community gasses up authors like Togashi or Inoue or Rumiko Takahashi or Sara, Oba Obata, or even Hiro Mashima. Where hey, listen, sure is Fairy Tail his peak. Okay, and what other manga can copy paste a series 3 times over, have 100+ chapters for each series, and get an anime adaptation for each one? This is historic. That's what Tokyo Avengers is doing right now, and I don't know how to feel. It's not Hiro Mashima. I don't know if it's working. So coming off the heels of a Soul Eater is astronomically hard. Soul Eater is probably the most unhateable anime I've ever seen in my life. If you hate on Soul Eater, you need help. Go seek therapy. It embodies every charm that you want out of a 2000 shonen anime. Not only does it bring in this wacky, fun cast, but it combines it with this very Halloween and horror-filled aesthetic. Every edgy emo kid during this time was probably fiending for this type of show. So let's start looking at Fire Force in 2019, and to start off, we have to look at the most underground studio probably out there, David Productions. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, you're hiding again? Get the fuck back here. If it ain't another JoJo part or just your random Undead Unlock or Cells at Work, you're not seeing this studio ever. Despite it being a really good studio, in my opinion, this studio delivers quality of like a Mappa, a Bones, a Madhouse. It just doesn't release anything. But even with that said, it still did all of this. Okubo is great at a lot of things when it comes to creating manga and anime, but one of the things that he's really great at is creating fun fights, a cool power system, and just dynamic designs. And David Productions supported this in such a phenomenal way. I feel like all the elements that the community wanted was super exemplified. Like, they knew that Fire Force was a battle show, and with that extra battle element in it, they put like a little bit of extra sauce. They knew the art style is really polished coming from Okubo and made sure to really dive that in when it comes to these big major shots. And they knew to add this clean ass sound effect. This is top 2 sound effects and it ain't 2. From a full audio and soundtrack perspective, I can't see myself giving this anything less than 5 stars. Cause what the fuck is up with these banger openings? Don't think I forgot about the endings too. Cause them joints. But all studios fail in some regard when it comes to some of their projects. And when it comes to David and Fire Force, the pacing. Okay, so hear me out. So Fire Force as a whole is a very fast-paced series. Like, think about all the niggas running into Anime Expo at the same time, but in manga form. It's inherently a fast series, and David Production just said like, hey, like, it's fast? Who am I to slow it down? Do I have to make it faster? So coming into the first introduction arc, it's a little bit of whiplash because you're going and like I'm getting tossed around a little bit. So the first arc is like 4 episodes, only 4 episodes only. So it's a short little introduction arc. But these are all the events that happen in the 4 episodes. Shinra joins Company 8. Makes sense. Main character joins the main crew. It's pretty cool. You see Shinra's backstory a little bit. He wants to be a hero. I get it. I hear it like 5 times. Cool beans. Shinra's first mission. Okay, he's part of the Fire Force. He's gonna do Fire Force things. They fused it into 1 episode. They made it a whole thing. We know how he fights and stuff now. It's cool. Next, Arthur joins the Fire Force. This dude's cracked. We'll get back to this nigga later, but it's fucking dumbass. But we got the rival. Cool beans. I'm all for it. Oh shit. We got Arthur's first mission. Oh, we got 2 missions in the first arc. Slap it in there, you know. Screw it. We're in the Fire Force. We're gonna do missions. We're firefighters. This is what we do. In my opinion, that they should have just made the arc here, like, focus on these 2 missions and the characters like that. Keep it simple. But no, bam, tournament. This is where people start getting upset, bro. Because why the fuck is there a tournament in like episode 3? Who are these people? You think I'm gonna remember this remarkably lanky dude with this actually pretty cool power system? I'm like, I ain't gonna hate him. He's pretty cool, but I'm not gonna remember him. Give him all the abilities that I'm not gonna remember as well. I'm trying to learn the power system. Again, I'm still trying to learn the names. They're popping major characters like Joker in this. But you know, at least, hey, I love tournaments. You love tournaments. Tournaments are a whole thing. We enjoy tournament arcs. This is like a Shonen fans' bread and butter. They're PB&J. So I'm like, okay, let's rock with it. Let's rock with it. Hey, wait. Where you going? Like, come back. 1 episode? Where did this Inferno come from? Why is he the focus now? This is another mission? We're only into the first arc. This ain't even an arc. This is a random series of events. And apparently in the manga, this is the first 12 chapters of the series, which is, again, still really fast paced for everything that happens. We got 2 missions, 2 character introductions, a tournament arc, and a whole other mission with this Sentio Infernal thing, which is kind of cool either way, but whatever this is. So on average, they're already adapting a very fast manga to like 3 chapters per episode, which again, I'm not gonna fully blame David Productions because it's already a fast-paced series. They just didn't slow it down. If anything, they just made it like a little faster. It just felt like I was watching this show on 2 times speed. But this is one of those shows where you just learn to grow and adjust with the pacing. Like, that's what the show is, and it makes it no secret right off the jump. Like, at first, I was not a big fan of Company 8. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought they had no sauce, no aura. It's just because I got all of them so fast. Like, it was a lot. But nah, like, after I watched both seasons, this crew is tough. Obi being this big body captain with no powers, just pure gains and artillery. Takehisa, definitely one of those characters that didn't even grow on me until season 2. You guys know Hijikata from Gintama? I just couldn't get his face out of my head. But nah, those guns, they grow on me. I'm here for it. He's the one. He's the one. Shout out to all my muscle mommies, my pre-workout princesses. Maki and Miracle are like carrying this trope of just really cool, muscular anime woman. Iris is probably my least favorite, I'm gonna be honest. She had the whole thing with Hibana. You can't give me a cool ass Maki that does it all and then give me like a damsel in distress. I'm good. I'm good. She's alright though. Arthur, man. Arthur. If I can sit back on my deathbed and just watch Arthur compilation videos all day, why wouldn't I? The appeal of a brain-dead character will never cease to amaze me. This dude's power level fluctuates based off his pure delusion. This nigga will call himself a samurai knight and then call himself a knight samurai and just switch up. Just switch up. I need this dude back in my life though. I go hold you. He's so clean. He's so clean. He needs to beat that fucking dragon. Tamaki, the most controversial characters for good reason. Titties, I understand. But guys, let me spit, gang. I can't see how you guys can't enjoy her gag when it's this entertaining, yo. Like, it's so funny. It's not even like, oh shoot, my ass is out. How unfortunate. It's like, bro, like, why are my clothes running away from me? Her experiencing all these ecchi stereotypical moments builds her character, which is nutty. It's a 4th wall level gag. It supersedes any other ecchi. This is like big brain ecchi gag. Then you got Shinra as an MC, which is 10 out of 10. Sure, at the beginning, is he kind of annoying with his hero shit? Okay, I feel it. I got kind of annoyed too. Like, shut up, Deku. But props to Okubo making the main character have the most fascinating fighting style, in my opinion. I want to see Shinra fight against every person just because he looks so good fighting against every single opponent. I know he's just kicking shit, but it just feels so dynamic, almost like a cracked out Sanji fighting style if Oda wasn't so goofy. The little smile shit that he does garners some really hype moments, and his plot relevance really just makes you want to see him on screen more and more. Yeah, I was gonna talk about Ogen. This nigga's clean, bro. You brought in a nigga with a skateboard. A nigga with a skateboard that be dunking on demons. A nigga with a skateboard that can dunk on demons and turns into Fire Blast from Ben 10. This is a W. This is a W, bro. And Okubo is probably the best when it comes to black representation in any anime I've ever seen in my life, because we have Kill It 2, and this is not a solo year video. It's not a solo year video, but God deal. You even got the ridiculously strong characters like a Benimaru, Joker, who brings this devious and mysterious vibe, as well as holding all the core information about this series that you want to know. So when you know he's on screen, you know about to get some shit. Leonard Burns, which is also just a man hidden in mystery, but is also super broken. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. And I wish I can go over all the characters, but this is just me touching the iceberg. Okubo cooked. David Productions did a great job with just representing the characters. But like I said before, you kind of have to work up to these characters. They don't feel this way when you first see them. Except for Benimaru. Benimaru was just cold. Even in the beginning, the plot feels so basic and subpar, only for it to be the complete opposite. This is like one of those shows where they know the ending, they know how they want the events to happen before they even write the series. Fire Force will do this thing where it just fake tells you the plot. You'll start arguing like, oh shoot, this squad's bad, they're probably the cause of all this shit, we have to stop them. And then you beat them, it's like, well, not really. Oh shoot, so it was this one that's causing everything. They started all the problems. Oh, well, not really. Oh, so it has to be these guys. No, it's not. They passed you out. I feel used. I feel like I'm for the team for no reason. I'm part of the streets. It broadens the world and it feels larger than just this one city or this one faction. It really spreads into all these different groups and all this different lore that dates back earlier and earlier in time. But you really just don't see that because they start you off so small, only to build and build. Some anime worlds feel shallow, and I'm not gonna throw My Hero under the bus, but I'm gonna throw My Hero under the bus. The manga obviously had a plan in place, and I heard the ending's really good, and I'm not even surprised because I already know that Okubo knew the ending of the series before they even started. And this is not me saying like Fire Force has like the best plot I've seen ever. No, the plot's cool, but it's not like 10 out of 10 fucking peak fiction. But it is riveting, and don't let the Tamaki slander distract you from that point. Sadly, the manga ended in February 2022, which apparently had a really good ending. And I'm so glad we got this season 3 announcement because this is not confirmed. When you really see a lot of these hit series in their main source material, it's really a hit or miss, and whether the work's going to get adapted properly or it's going to be rushed or it's going to be done in this really off-brand and weird way. If you look at the example of a Promised Neverland, where you get this huge major first season that kind of shook waves, and then you get season 2 after the manga ends, and then just horror, pain, sadness, dark, 100+ chapters and 13 episodes. The crime. Even Haikyuu transitioning into this movie format instead of just doing another season, smashing what could have been like a 12-episode arc into this 2-hour movie. And not even saying this movie was bad, but overall, animation studios get really creative after the source material ends, and there's no real guarantee that you even get more adaptations after the source material ends. If you're not a Demon Slayer, you just never know. And with Fire Force already having this really rocky perception, you really did not know if the season 3 was ever gonna happen. Even though 3 years ago they announced that it was gonna happen, they just didn't say anything. This is really, really odd. Like, I don't know why you did that to me, like, you're David. And it really felt like during these 5 years that we were never going to get that season 3 release actually coming to fruition. But next year, let's see how David Production kind of closes out this franchise. Thank you guys again for supporting all the videos. I can't appreciate you guys' support even more. If you guys want to hear my thoughts about Kitetsuo Hitman Reborn 20 years after, you can click the video right over here. Have a great day, guys. I'll catch you later. Guys and gals, these are my Blank Thoughts.